Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is 8 o'clock on the 14th of March, 2023. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 15 degrees Celsius, low humidity 38%, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. See if that recycles goes a little lower. 59 degrees. It's getting dark, so it's supposed to drop down into the low 50s, upper 40s tonight. Possibly some areas dropping down into the 30s here in Florida in the middle of March. Anyway, I tried not to overdo it the past couple of days. I've been feeling really good. COVID's kind of taking a back burner um, for the most part. I've been having some taste issues and whatnot. I spent the one evening at my son's house. I did leave early and come home. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with my daughter and her family yesterday. I came home. I laid down to watch the computer, watch YouTube, and woke up about an hour and a half later. So I knew that was going to mess up the progress I've made on my sleep schedule. But I tried it anyway, and so about 3, 4 o'clock, something like that, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I laid down and went to sleep, and I was up at 6. Um, and that's when I posted the life event PTSD. I don't know that helped. I've been thinking about it all day, about having, well, after like I slept most of the day, but like after getting up, I've thought about it and I've answered comments about it. So it's kind of like still there. It's not as haunting, and I didn't post it looking for sympathy or anything like that. It's a life event. It's something that happened, and it's something that I put myself in line for, and I stayed in that line for quite a while. In the medical field and the emergency medical field. And it's not the only memory that comes back. There's numerous ones that some haunt you more than others. Now, everybody that I know that's been in the medical field or the emergency medical field or firefighter, police officer, you have to remove yourself from the situation. You basically block out your emotions. You deal with your patient the best way you can, and then the memories will come back later. So at the time that happened at the lake, I was in robot mode. I was doing things that I was trained to do. I wasn't thinking about what was in front of me. Just like when my grandson broke his arm, I kind of disassociated myself and treated him, used what knowledge I had, wrapped him up, wrapped him in a towel, and then they took him to the emergency room, immobilized him with a big old towel. So the doctors up down here had never seen anything like that. That was not a, it's not a normal paramedic EMT type thing. That's something I learned way, way, way back. Maybe before I even became a senior lifeguard. I don't know. It's just something that's inside. But the point being is, I removed myself from what was happening and took care of John the best way I knew how. And then I went crazy later. Um, but that's just the way it is. So, you know, you're reaching into somebody's leg to pinch off an artery. You can't be thinking about how gross that is. You can afterwards. Oh, oh, yeah, or you can't be thinking about how bad it must hurt that they've got a shovel going through their stomach and sticking out their back, or a shovel handle, and you got to make secure that so you can go. You can't think about it then. Think about it later, and then you think about it later, and you think about it later, and you think about it later. And yeah, we all have our own ways of dealing with it. I like to sit by the river. Sometimes expressing it helps. Sometimes it makes it worse. We all deal with things our own way. Some people turn to drink. I'm fortunate I've never had that need. Or drugs. I've never had that need. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know if I should share more of those type stories or not. It's like I've put in a couple of answers, or I've answered a couple of comments on that. And trust me, I appreciate everybody's comments and what you have to say. Um, and I appreciate your sympathies and where you're coming from. But like I said, I put myself in that path. I kind of understood what was happening, and it's something that I deal with. I knew what was going on because my dad was the first aider way before I was, back in the scoop and go era. Um, but he told stories about packaging up brains and then coming home and my mom having made goulash, and he ran back out the door and threw up. Um, Sitting at the ambulance house, the firehouse, with a body they pulled out of the water, a drowned body, waiting for the coroner. And they had a local deli make a delivery. And the guy came in and was, well, what's going on over there? And they're joking around and saying, oh, it's just a body. We pulled him out of the bay. And the guy didn't believe him. And just then a burst of gas made the body almost sit up and then fall back down again. And the deli man ran right out the door and refused to make deliveries for the longest time. So kind of gallows humor, like I said. But so I knew what was kind of what to expect. You never know what to expect. You never know on any call what to expect. You never know on any fire call what to expect. Is it just a tiny fire in a garage, or is the house fully involved? You need to call in outside units. Excuse me. So it's just it is what it is. That statement is, I mean, it's probably one of my major statements, but that's what can you do about it? You make your choices, and you live with them. There's times that I regret quitting the service, quitting that service, hanging up that badge. There's other times I don't, you know. But I've seen some of the worst that happens out there, and that's why when my kids are on the road, I worry nonstop. Excuse me. Not so much for them, but for the other people on the road that could hit them. You know, or something happens at work, or uh, it's just that I guess all parents kind of worry, but I think sometimes mine are a little bit more vivid. Sometimes the dreams will be like working an accident scene, and instead of the actual patient, it's one of my family members. You know, and not a dream, not a sleeping dream. It's just like sitting somewhere and letting the thoughts roam through your mind, and then you have to stop that thought. It's like, no, that's not what happened, and you redirect it, or you blank it out and just watch the waves breaking on the beach. Or cars going by on traffic. I've stood on there's an overpass I've done a couple of videos on. I've stood on that overpass just watching traffic. I don't know what people think. I have no intention of jumping or anything like that. It's just the endless stream of red lights, solid tail lights going up the interstate. There's something soothing about it, something that you can just drop your thoughts on and let it go. But anyway, slowly but surely, this COVID thing is moving away, moving behind me. I still got a cough, but it's just, I'm sure that'll pass too. If it doesn't get a whole lot better soon, if I don't stop bringing up what I'm bringing up, I'll go get another set of x-rays, see if it's pneumonia, see if I need an antibiotic or something. I don't think so, but at least not at this point. That air feels so good. Yeah, one thing, like it's been chilly most of the day, so I put on this thermal type shirt, insulated type shirt, and I have an undershirt or a regular t-shirt underneath of it. It was nice during the day. Walking through Aldi's, started roasting. Come over here, went into Dollar Tree. By the time I was done at Dollar Tree, I was sweating. And I'd taken a break between the two. Just slowly let myself cool down. But the weather is crazy. The not being able to, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but like last night I laid down and took a nap, not meaning to. And when I woke up, I was sweating like crazy. And then like I just felt hot. I felt like the Flash. Like heat was radiating off of me. And I thought, God no, I'm coming down with a fever. You know, I don't need this now. And I grabbed my thermometer and checked, and the no fever. I checked my armpits, I checked my groin, checked my chest, checked in my mouth. They're all right around 97, 98, 99, whatever. Um, Basically normal. So, but I was sweat. I just like, I can't say sweating because I wasn't really like dripping. I just felt like I was burning up. Excuse me. I took a shower, laid down in front of the fan. I'd burn it up for about an hour and a half, maybe a little longer. And then it kind of mellowed out. I could turn the fan off. Still felt warm, considering the house was cool. But my daughters told me that she's had that problem. They've also had the problem of, like, when it's hot out, they start feeling cold, and your body doesn't regulate. I looked it up. It's part of COVID. One of those things that may or may not happen. There's so many crazy things that they say are related to it. You know? It's nuts. I don't know if I feel like going home and making something to eat. I've got that soup out thawing. Kind of in the mood for something right now, though. Kind of not, because there's none of the fast food places are striking my fancy. I got Chipotle's and Moe's and Wendy's or not Wendy's, Arby's and Taco Bell and Polo Tropical and Chick-fil-A, and none of those are striking my fancy. Oh, I don't know. But I'll figure something out. I'll probably just go home and make something up. A super spicy ramen is just like kind of sitting there at the back of my mind going, you don't need a burger. You don't need a burger. Let's go burn your taste buds out with some hot ramen. I don't know. But I'll do something. I'm not going to starve. I'll guarantee that. Even if I get home and decide to go back out and find something else to eat. But I need to go home and pop this meat in the crock pot with some onion and maybe some peppers and some garlic, and let it do its thing for a couple of hours. Then I could have tacos. Oh. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down, a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me on any social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Let's watch y'all.